Hello everyone. I'm making a small video here. I've been playing with two of my friends that you probably already know about, Doribunn and Toast. We've been playing on a still world for a while. A while ago, I had that idea of making a create world whose main premise was the idea of destroying as much of the Minecraft world as possible. So I would build those massive factories, hook them up with drains, have massive production lines, and actually try to basically make massive quarries to destroy as much of the world. I actually streamed that over a few times on my YouTube channel, I believe, because that was my period where I was still trying to figure out if Twitch or YouTube was better. So I had that idea a while ago. Sadly, because of a few things, the world I was playing on was becoming way too laggy, way too problematic. I could not run it anymore. I have things now to kind of mitigate the lag. I feel like the ultimate form of that idea would be on a better computer. But right now my main computer can only take so much. So we've started a new world, or rather, well, I started a new world and then they kind of joined a bit later. Thanks to my computer being port forwarded, I can actually just host it on a single player world and they can just join. But yeah. So now that you kind of have the context, we started this new world. So here we're at the starter base. I'm making this video, by the way, mainly because of the fact that we passed the 500 days mark, as one can see right here. We just passed the 500 days mark, and I felt like maybe I could kind of do the thing. It slightly sucks that I didn't record the very beginning of it. But the problem was that's more or less what I was doing, but I couldn't actually edit anything with the other one because I was just ending up with too much void footage. And it was bloating my storage way too much, so I kind of opted for those updates as we go kind of in the world's time. So yeah, 500 days in the world. I feel like now's a good time to do a first update. A first little tour, if that makes sense. Here we have the starter, so that's where we kind of began to kind of show on the map. The spawn actually was, I think it was over there. It was in that dark forest. That, or it was in that birch forest. I'm not too sure, I don't remember. But we have the spawn over there. I trekked all the way until I found those plains, and we set up the starter here. So originally we had a bunch of small factories running. You can kind of see the remnants of all of this. They've mainly all been shut down causing way too much lag. But yeah, we had cobblestone farm, we had a gravel farm over here. Again, I was just getting back into Create, so they weren't very optimal, but they were kind of pushing us through with the early game. As you guys can see, we also had a full-on storage network. I actually learned how to use that after the Create 6.0 update. Literally the best fucking update, by the way. It is so good. It is so good at organizing storage. But yeah, we had these two farms. We had a andesite farm, an alloy farm. We had a casing thing. We had all of the small sub components. But yeah, we're playing with a few add-ons. It's not just Create. We have Create Diesel Generator, which was added very recently on the back. We have some fun mods as well, that I added after they joined. We have Farmer's Delight and some add-ons for Farmer's Delight, including a compatibility with Create. We have an instrument mod. But yeah, we have a few things. There's even computer craft in there. I don't really know how to use it. quite yet, but I might try to learn. So, that's where we kind of like lived for the first, I believe, 150 days. Dorian actually built the little crop area over there. He was very big into Farmer's Delight when we started playing on this world. Chicken. And one of the big thing we can thank Dorian for as well is this little building over here. It's not been finished yet. I don't know if it'll be, but it's not been finished yet. But it's a small villager trading hall. We have a few nice villagers. I don't have the reduced trades. They're all zombie villagers. They've all been cured by Dorian, since he was the person who cured them. I don't have the trades. But we have some villagers. It was pretty nice. Over here we have our very early way of getting power once we upgraded from the water wheels, which was just a lava generator from the nether, passing buckets into the overworld, fitting into this engine, and then just going across the entire like starter. And here we had early crop farm, that's the cardboard factory, which also has been shut down. This area is basically pending to be fully removed, for a good reason. for a good reason. Going back in the nether, we go over there. So that's the other part of the lava generator, with 2 water wheels, a small setup on 64 RPM. It's like, I believe, just enough to not just throw the items on the other end. Because we could go to, I believe, 128, if not more. The problem was not stress, it was the fact that on the other end I made the belts a bit too small. So it would like throw them past the belts. So yeah, that's our nether spawn. A big issue with that nether spawn is that if you look at it from the outside, we spawn on a small floating island in the middle of a lava lake. And in a Sulsan Valley. I raged for so long because of that spawn. Because we would like constantly get shot from different angles by ghasts as we were like going in the nether. It was like slowly eating the main platform. And it's like, one day I just decided to make a box, because I was just way too annoyed about that. And then Dorian actually made the paths. I'm using the grappling from Stuffed Edition, by the way. So here we have our, like when we started settling in the main base, that's more or less the way we started off. We used the same method as the starter. Lava generator going into the nether and then taking buckets, feeding them into engines. We mainly use that as a way to also fill a lava pit for infinite lava. But you'll see that, Let's cross that portal. Let's cross the portal. So it's a bit of a lag spike when you load into this area. But this is how it's currently looking. It is very much so unfinished, but you can already see it on the map. Like, if you look at the starter, that's what the starter looked like. It was just a bunch of like very, very sparse factories, kind of just spread about. In comparison, this is what the main base looks like. Now, the main base is actually compartmentalized. We're planning to do 3 layers. We have the middle layer, which is most of the factories. We're planning to do a top layer, which will act as a roof for when we're actually in the base, so that we don't get bothered by phantoms. It's all spoon-proofed. We went around placing torches everywhere for now. We'll try to make the lighting a bit better later on. But like, it's fully spoon-proofed. It acts as like a shield from phantoms. On the top we'll have decorative buildings, possibly some utilitarian building as well. as one of the important farms of this base is actually up top. Oh, I forgot I had my elytras. There we go. Let's remove that. I'm lagging a little bit with OBS, so using the grappling hook is a bit tedious. So yeah, tree farm. It's pretty simple. It grows a bunch of sapling, places them back down, takes some leaves because I'm planning to automate builder's tea as well. We have some filters and all of the overflow if like any of the storage is too full, or if we have unwanted item on the belts, the overflow just goes into lava. Same principle for the crop farm over here. Exactly the same principle. This continuously keeps breaking. I do not know why. It's like that one gantry shaft here always decides to break, and I always place it back and it always breaks again. And I have no explanation for it. But I'm planning to upgrade the sugarcane farm and maybe do something better for it, because we're not producing enough. I'm probably gonna very, very lightly edit this video. It's probably gonna be a quick video to edit. I'm not planning to make something big. Again, it's just a world tour. Let's start kind of from the beginning. At the beginning we had a cobblestone farm here. It was like the same one we had at the starter. Now, something I discovered: stone farms are very laggy. I mean, I didn't really discover that, but I mean, if you played with a Create add-on, it's not really a secret. Drills and breaking block with Create tends to make your game lag if you have too much stuff going on at the same time. That's how we got the first bit of cobblestone here, and as soon as we could, we actually upgraded the cobblestone farm. So here we have some of the buildings that we're doing. This one over there is like completely full. Like it's fully complete. This one is still like I still need to do one roof and just add some detail, but it's almost done. But if we go in here, you'll see our replacement for the early game cobblestone farm. We had infinite lava thanks to the lava pit, which I will show very soon. And water is infinite by default, so thanks to Doribunn Desires, we have a recipe using the hydraulic press for cobble. Not only is it good because it doesn't lag your game, it also kind of produces way more for the footprint of it. So, like, it uses a lot more stress unit, as you can see. The hydraulic press uses like 4,000 at max RPM. So, like, it uses a lot more. But on the other end, it does produce a lot more. Like, I think it's not proportional, because like a normal cobblestone farm you would do with vanilla Create would have like, I think if you don't want to go for something that like breaks your game, you'd probably get around like 30 cobblestone every like second. This produces more than 100 cobblestone if I remember correctly. I need to benchmark it again, but like it's very high rate. And again, I am planning to kind of upscale all of the factories as well, because like right now we're kind of in the phase 1 of the city where we're getting our resources kind of like squared up. We're just kind of like making everything that we need. Emphasis on the word need. When we can, we're actually scaling things up to actually produce excess. Because I like numbers going up. So yeah, we have the cobblestone farms, and one thing that you can see in this entire factory is I actually kind of separated production lines and steps. Normally, in normal Create, if you wanted to make iron, you'd have the cobblestone be broken, then be processed into gravel, then the gravel would be washed, and you'd have flint and iron. You'd probably destroy the flint, and you'd probably like just keep the iron, maybe turning them into blocks. But you'd all do this into one factory. And what I actually figured, because that's what we were doing at the start base, what I actually figured is, thanks to Create 6.0 and the entire like start network feature they added, that didn't make sense. Because if you think about it, you're consuming all of your cobblestone to make all of that gravel, and you're consuming all of that gravel to make iron and flint. But if you have another factories that require like cobblestone or gravel, well, you have to make another like gravel maker or cobblestone generator. So what I actually figured is I decided to separate every single like production steps in like the creation of everything, so that I have access to all of the resources individually. For example, like I'm making cinder flour. I have a netherrack factory, and next to it I have a cinder flour factory. A nice thing about this is it creates like resource excess for now. Meaning if I like do want to actually add stuff to the production line, I can just plug another factory and request from the network instead of having to redo the entire like line. It was a big thing I did not really like in Create 5.0, and I tried to use the trains to actually like circumvent this as much as I could. But it was still like very limiting. But here, it's not really the case anymore. So yeah, we're producing cobblestone, we're breaking the cobblestone into gravel over there. So that's the gravel breaker. You'll notice something, it's not active right now. That's actually something it's actually willingful. We have like threshold switches on all of the factories, so that instead of like, for example, like the way you'd normally do this, or rather the way I would normally do this, is I'd have a funnel go out, kind of how I have over there on the flints, and the threshold would be hooked to that, so the factory would always be running. But if there's an excess, it would just burn the excess. Now, since we're separating every part of the production, I felt it would make more sense if we just shut down entire factories. All of the stress production in the entire city is produced at that one facility for now. I'm going to expand to have more engines soon, because we're kind of starting to run thin. Like right now we're producing 500,000 stress units, and we have about 200,000 remaining. And again, that number varies, because sometimes we'll have factories kind of added on top, and when those shut down and go back up, like it fluctuates that value. But we're like starting to stretch the resources of the city thin when it comes to stress. So yeah, going back to the thing, right now it's off. It like stays off until it empties up to like a certain amount, and then it turns back on. Because it's off, that can't deliver more cargo, so it stopped like requesting and everything. Like it shut down the entire production until it needs to produce again. But yeah, we have gravel be produced here. Here we have a farm I'd like to redo pretty soon, which is the iron washer. So also how... Oh, that's just a visual glitch. That's just visual glitch, it's fine. But yeah, essentially like the gravel that's produced over there gets requested here, then it gets washed, and then we have separation for flint over there. And we're not burning all of the flint. I'm burning some of it, like I have a threshold burner over here. But the main like threshold on and off is on the iron, because the iron is the resource I want to actually keep, while the flint is kind of the byproduct. But I'm not destroying all of the flint. Oh wait, no, actually, no, it's not a... It is not a visual glitch. How did that happen? Or is it? No, it was a visual glitch. That's so weird. I don't know. I'll need to look back this factory, because this factory is not necessarily the best. It's kind of doing its job, but I'd like to improve it. Sorry for that segment. I was just kind of baffled because I don't understand what was going wrong with it. But yeah, no, here we have turf being produced over there, turf being broken here. So we have a small trickle of all of the resources we need. Again, small trickle, like it's producing very little, but we're not using those resources a whole lot, so they build up. As a matter of fact, I think we can see, yeah, we can see it produce a little bit. It was like washing some, not washing, but crushing some turf. But yeah, here we have andesite alloy. Here we have the glitchy packages, which for some reason keep building back up here. I don't know what causes this. I've like tried a lot of things to make those not be doing that. But I am not too sure of why they do keep doing it, because I have like buffers on all of the factories. Like a factory never delivers straight to the belts. I think this one is a newer one, so I might not have thought about it, but yeah. Most of the factories have buffers, and I think, as a matter of fact, that's for the alloy production. But the alloy production should have... No, actually. No, it... Okay, no, okay. So yeah, there's some factories I forgot to do the buffers on. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm realizing things as I go on this tour. It's a wonderful learning experience for all of us. No, but yeah, I still have some things to improve about the factories, but it's pretty much all running smoothly. If we go over by the storage network, which is over here, that's our workshop. So we have all of the chain links. I want chain links kind of covering the entire like ceiling, because I want to be able to request, like for example, later on I'd like to be able to set up frog ports to request items to refill the precision mechanism assembler. So that's our workshop, and if we go to the storage network, that's about how, like, that's about what we're producing. We have a lot of resources. A lot of it sometimes isn't necessarily in chunk in chunk generation distance, not chunk generation, chunk simulation. Like it's why I have a chunk loader here. I'm planning to add 4 more across the city to kind of chunk load all of the factories all of the time. But also mainly to be able to access the storage, because for example this one, the cinder flower, this is not accessible to me when I'm all the way over there. I need to like run here, load these chunks, and then very quickly run back over there to access the cinder flower. Otherwise it just does not wanna. Here we have the mining machines made by Toast. Toast actually like just made all of these. I modified them to just have the port over here. So when you're done using a machine and it's like fully filled up, you just slap it on this rail, it connects, and then unload all of it into the vault. And the vault being connected to the storage network allows us to pull from it. And again, if the vault fills back up, we can just glue it to a minecart and move it around. With all of its inventory, it's not too much of a problem to deal with. Now, as you can see, we also have all of the railing that I've done over here. So this entire like rail network is not at all hooked up to anything yet. I'm planning to have it pass through the side of the lava pit, which we have over here, so that it can fill up trains with lava and deliver lava to other parts of the factory. I'm also planning to have electricity be produced here, because we have a few crate add-ons that allow us to have electricity. also allow us to store it and have like a portable storage interface for electricity. So we could actually make electricity, charge batteries on trains, and actually export that electricity to other factories, where we wouldn't necessarily want to have massive power generation over there. If we go over there, we have our train station. We have the one train I designed for now. It's just the locomotive. It's not actually it's not actually like doing anything, as I said. We can like drive it. So the rail network currently, as I said, isn't hooked up to anything, but I did all of the logic on it so that it would actually just support me slapping a driver on one of the trains. So over here, we can turn to the left and the right. On each 4 sides of this railway, we have loops like these, so that we can actually turn around in like that U shape. Allows train to just go back to the thing, and here we can turn all 3 directions, front, left, and right. We can't turn around, like we can't do the U-turn, which is why I have those loops on all 4 of the things, because I actually placed the rails a bit too close to each other. I'm planning to have these trains actually like run around to some pretty important places. We have create ore excavation installed, meaning we have drills and infinite ore veins that we have to like drill with machines into to get like the ore. Then we need to like process the ore and everything. I kind of want this mainly for like automated copper, zinc, as well as what was the other resource? Diamond. Diamond was a big one. Same for netherite. The main reason for that is because we have one mod that actually allows us to be to not absolutely fucking die when we build massive structures like this, and that mod is building ones. Makes the platform making a lot easier. Yeah, as it currently is, I already burned through a total of 97 building ones. Like again, 97 building ones. That's 97 diamonds just used in the making of these platforms. Over here we have a Doribunn build. This is the house from Up. Stems from a bit we had where we basically kind of commented on how our city was kind of like the city in Up. Like there's the village over here, and we're just like this massive sprawling mega city that's like expanding, and the village is just kind of like the guy in Up. Like they may be offered every single like thing to have their plot like be removed to build like a skyscraper. They're refusing to. So like you have the massive city and the small like urban house, not urban, rural house in the middle of it, with like the old guy living in it. And Doribunn was like, you know what, I can build the house. So he built the entire thing. He's still like making the balloons, which is why we have the line of wood here. Oh, but yeah, that's kind of just like a simple world tour. I felt it could be fun to actually do that. Oh, but yeah, When we get to the point where I can just make massive drills and start drilling through the world, I literally might do that. But for now, that's kind of how it's shaping up to just be. We have the massive city. All of the power grid is like unified. Like I can pull power from both the chain drives here, which I do kind of like everywhere. But I also technically can from the chain conveyors, so those also kind of act as power poles. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I have not shown the lever pit. Behold, the monument. The first monument we made. The lever pit. It goes all the way to bedrock. I actually messed up the measurement, so I had to drill a lot deeper. And turned out in the end I actually was pretty fine. You can kind of see where I was planning to fill it up and where we actually did end up filling it up. Quite the difference. But yeah, we have like 3 tanks pulling from it. We have the 4 generators here pulling from it. I would like at some point to remove generators, or rather these generators altogether, or keep them but add more on top, in the form of maxed out generators using blaze cakes instead. Like, we have a production now, so I don't see why we wouldn't want to do that. I'll do this though later when we're actually like starting to really run out of stress units. We have blaze cake production right here, as a matter of fact. And over here we have our charger, because the grappling whisk from Stuff in Addition and some other thing actually require lava to work. So we need to like fill up those fueling tanks. Toast and I had like an idea about making a refueling station that would like fill up those tanks automatically by like putting them into deployers and essentially like having an inventory of those stored in the station. So when you place one, it gives you a full one, it takes that one, fills it up, and put it to its inventory. And yeah, that's the create world we're currently making. It's like day 518. We just kind of passed that cap. I felt it could be a good idea to actually make a video, a little bit of a tour, and upload that to YouTube, because we've been playing on this world for quite a bit now, and we've done quite a bit of progress, so I felt like sharing it. Plus, again, I think this is a cool city. Like, the buildings aren't necessarily the most complex buildings you've ever seen. The, like, architecture and everything is not like, you know, it's not like fucking handcraft buildings that look like painting things. But I feel like within the context of like the city and the scale of it, I feel like it looks cool. I feel like it's a pretty cool looking place. Okay, I think my idea of the ceiling particularly kind of adds to that. So yeah, I wanted to share this around. I wanted to put it up to my YouTube channel, and yeah, hopefully you guys like this, and if you do, leave a like, a comment. If you find anything to say about my factories, if you have any suggestions of things I should do to improve the numbers going up, absolutely put that into the comments. I do read each and every one of them. Hope you like the video. On this, I'm gonna head out. It's pretty late where I live. Bye! Bye-bye!